We all go through hard things. These hard things can vary between a hard day to a hard year, or even to a hard life, or a raging depression to a prominent friendship. God's reason for allowing these hard things are endless. But no matter how tiny or how huge they are, our God is bigger than those hard things and always has a plan for whatever we go through. But while we're in these hard seasons, we tend to ask God why He allowed them to happen, asking questions like, why now? Or why me? In December of 2023, I suddenly became paralyzed. I spent 2 months in a local hospital, then I went home for 6 weeks. Then, me and my family packed up again and went to Chicago, Illinois for 3 months for intense physical therapy. While I was in Chicago, I was not reading my Bible, I was hardly praying, if at all. I was just looking for anything to give me peace, and I wasn't finding it. I asked God why. Why would you let this happen? One day in Chicago, I just sat on my bed crying and telling my mom, there is no God. I told her if any of this is real, and if such bad things like this exist, there can't be a God. In John 9:1-3, it says, as Jesus was walking along, he saw a man who had been blind from birth. Rabbi, his disciples asked him, why was this man born blind? Was it because of his sins or his parents' sins? It is not because of his sins or his parents' sins, Jesus answered. But this happened so the power of God could be seen in him. We should let God use our bad situations and our pain and suffering so that Jesus can be shown and so that God's almighty power can be revealed to others. We need to change our whys into hows. Instead of saying, God, why would you let this happen? Or why me? We need to trust God and ask him, how do you want to use me? How can I follow your plan? Or how can I show your glory through this? Me and my family went home from Chicago and enjoyed being home again. But I was still asking God why. Then in the fall of 2024, I began to slowly come to Christ. I began reading my Bible again and talking to God in prayer. As I started to make God the main focus, God began to help me realize he could use my pain. God also showed me that even in my lowest moments, even when I was certain he wasn't real and lost all faith in him, he saw me right where I was and loved me. But just like the disciples asked Jesus, was it because of his sins or his parents' sins that the man was born blind? We may think that we did something and that God is punishing us for it with this hard season. But really, God is trusting us with a responsibility of using this hard time to grow our relationship with him and show others that God is good whether times are easy or hard. And allowing God to use our pain for his plan will always result in a better outcome than getting angry or discouraged while waiting for the answer to our questions of why. Matthew 11:28-29. Then Jesus said, come to me, all who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, let me teach you, for I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your souls. I would like to end by saying, if you are looking for rest, whether you are in a hard season or not, let me tell you, from my experience, let me tell you that the only place you'll find that rest is in Jesus Christ.
Wow.